Dallas at pitch 25. It started out bad with the Dynamo at first, like in I believe the Dynamo got outplayed. Well, I don't say outplayed, but like so FC Dallas scored the first goal, okay. And then they scored a second goal. And then all of a sudden, we scored 3 goals in the during the first half. So first, I believe is Herme scored a goal over that pesky turnover committed by the goalkeeper. And that was in the 29th minute. And then 2 minutes later, which is in the 31st minute, Guilherme did a corner kick, which was assisted to Shevchenko, which made it 2-2. Then 2 minutes later again, Denali scored a goal around the damn goalkeeper. I feel like that's the same. I feel like that's the same thing he did against. I want to say that was about I think that was a year or two ago when he did that same thing with the LFC. He went around, like, I think he tried to, you run, instead of going this way, but he went around the goalkeeper and scored. That's the same thing he did against the LFC. And it was on the road too, and that's when we beat LFC, but he scored a goal and made it 3-2, and which the Dynamo was leading 3-2 in the half. Then second half comes, it was just like, it was like I think it was, we thought it was an offsides position, but then they did the VAR, which changed it to an onside position, so now it's a goal, so it's not 3-3. Then and then score a goal within the 80, kind of close to the something 80th minute. I don't know, it was 85th or 80, whatever the time was. They scored a goal. Yeah, it was about 85th minute. They scored, FC Dallas scored a goal for made it 4-3. So then Dynamo has trying to find a way to tie the game. They had to find a way to tie the game. So it was like they had to tie the game though. So they have to find a way to tie the game, which they need to. Linger almost hit. He almost made that shot, but he got a shot blocked. In the last couple of minutes, around about, because it was, what was it, 6 minutes? So kind of like still in the 96 something minute, it was, they had plenty of time. They had corner kicks. They had throw the ball. What was that to do? I think Guilherme had like one last attempt to do, but instead he just went around instead he curved it, but it went over. So he didn't curve it to the goal. Curve it like right over. So that was game. But to be honest, I still think that was a good game. But even though we should have won, but it's bye week next week, so Dynamo has like a week to practice. Yeah, a week to practice and regroup. Sometimes bye weeks help for teams like bye week. That bye week that Dynamo had, they were supposed to play New England Revolution. That helped them beat Portland. They helped beat Portland. So that bye could help us. I mean, it could help them, and after the suffering loss we had today, that could help them against Seattle on April 4th. So that should be able to do something about that. So that should definitely be a big bounce back for the Dynamo. So yeah, we'll see how that goes on April 4th. So 2 weeks, no soccer. So all we got is the NCAA tournament. So yeah, we got baseball too. So it's not gonna be any soccer, or it's just gonna be like baseball and NCAA tournament. So that's pretty much it. So But to be honest, I can't go on Fridays though. So I'll see what time of that what is it, that UH watch party gonna be at. Cause if it's like during the daytime, I couldn't go. So, but I think they play Illinois though. So Illinois is gonna be tough though. And that's my friend's his name is Vinny. He's actually from he's a big Chicago, Illinois fan though. So we see how that goes on Thursday though. So it's gonna be Chicago versus Houston. So it's gonna be like kind of like the Houston, kind of like, you know how the home opener for the Houston, the Dynamo against Chicago. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like a little rivalry though. But yeah. All right, friends. Hoping you enjoyed this watch party recap. The Houston Dynamo watch party recap between the Houston Dynamo versus FC Dallas. I mean, it was still a good game. We should have won that game, to be honest. We should have won. So, but on to the next one, and I guess I'll see y'all next time. So, peace out.